Hi, this is Sadia with Ujima 98 FM and PartyTeam.tv. We're here with Jay Sean.
Hello.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Do you still get nervous before you go on stage?
You know, just the necessary nerves. I think like the adrenaline and stuff like that. You need that. I think without that, you can't really put on a good performance. If you're too laid back, then you get very lazy, and it shows on stage. So yeah, I get, you know, the necessary nerves.
Does it like buzz you before you go on stage?
Yeah, it's definitely a buzz.
Okay.
It's definitely a buzz, especially when you're like right at the side and you can see the crowd and stuff. And you know what I mean? So it's good for you.
What do you think of the Bristol crowd?
I played to Bristol, I think, once before, and they were nuts. So hopefully, you know, it will still be. I think it will be a really, really
good nuts or a bad
great
nuts?
Great nuts. Nuts is always good.
Okay. What's the most memorable? Sorry. What's the most memorable gig that you've done and why?
Oh my god. I mean, it depends. I mean, like, you know, there's memorable because there's like, you know, it might be really small, but it might have been, you know, a really special gig to me or something. But then there's memorable because it could be like humongous. So, for an example, memorable for me was when I did, when I supported Neo in Japan, because Neo is one of my favorite artists, and actually there was an artist who from America who released an album in Japan called Tara, and we've done a song together, and you know, so she asked me to come down to perform the song in Japan, so I'm there with one of my favorite artists that I look up to, so that for me is memorable, even though I was just doing one song. Do you see what I'm saying? There's that, but then I think, you know, recently was probably the most craziest one I've ever done was in Poland when there was 100, I think it must have definitely been around the 150,000 mark. The biggest festival you can imagine.
In Poland.
Helicopter cameras, everything. And I was one of the only international acts there, so that was crazy.
Okay. You've been nominated for some Mobos.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that?
It's amazing. I mean, Mobos is, it's the only sort of award ceremony in England that is specific just to urban music. Do you know what I mean? So they've taken it out of the Brits now, so it's like it's even more special that it's just something for us. And for me to be in the categories that I'm in is just incredible in itself. I really don't care if I don't win, and I'm saying that for the record, you know, I really don't care because, well, I do, but for the other one of the other ones, I couldn't even imagine winning. I mean, it's Neo, it's Usher, it's Chris Brown, it's me and Estelle. It's a massive name, so it's an honour. Yeah, it's an honour.
There's some newcomers. There's a newcomers category in there. Have you got any favourites in there? Do you have anybody that you want to win?
I know Chipmunk is one of my favourite newcomers.
You did a remix of him, didn't you?
Yeah, he's wicked, man. He's a good kid as well. You know, he's grounded. He's definitely got what it takes to be an artist, and I think he understands. He understands what it takes to be an artist. He's not just some kid who likes to MC. He's got everything, the whole package. The way he speaks in interviews, the way that he is when he's on stage, the way he interacts with it. So, you know, Chipmunk's one of my favourites.
Okay, and where do you see urban music going, like in the future? Because obviously now you can't like define R&B, hip hop. It's all kind of meshing into one.
Yeah, R&B, hip hop, pop. Dance. It's all it's exactly. You know, it's all. I mean, like you take, you know, Chris Brown's new record. What is that? You know what I mean? That's R&B / pop / dance, and it's like, I don't really believe in boundaries, you know, anyway in music, because I think what happens with boundaries is that you get put into a section where mainstream radio playlists will go, all right, you know what, actually, he's R&B, let's give him to, you know, the R&B specialist radio show. So then you don't get daytime playlists. If you're just a pop record, you'll get the daytime. So it's not really fair to put those boundaries on. So I think just as long as it's good music, people can tell if it's got soul, it's going to be urban music, you know.
And how do you see your music evolving in the next few years?
I mean, just the same way it's been going. I mean, you know, in terms of my new record, Tonight, which is going to be out in November, is, again, it's one of those R&B / dance floor records, you know, with a big pop melody and stuff. So for me, I just try to concentrate on writing songs that will stick in your head, songs that are powerful songs, melody-driven songs, and that's really pretty much what I'm doing.
Okay, but I think that's about it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Cool.